What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is I, Randy, with RTS Mobile Gaming. I am bringing you another fantastic Foundation Galactic Frontier video for you today. In today's video, we're talking about a very special topic. I have been theory crafting this build for probably about 2 weeks now, and we finally have it in action as of about 2 days ago. I have been testing it, and oh my god, is this build an absolute monster upgrade over my previous setup. Okay, so let's start by talking about Kinetic. You know that I love my Kinetic main ship. It's got Ava, it's got Zora, and Cocoon on it, and this ship does a ton of damage. It has a lot of great survivability and healing, and overall, it's a well-rounded ship for all players in the game to invest in here in Season 1. Whether you're free to play and you want to put all of your time into building Kinetic setup, or you're a paid player and you want to start maxing out some of the hero skills, Kinetic has been a very reliable way to dominate on the battlefield. In fact, in equal Kinetic versus beam build, often the Kinetic build will win this early in the game. Now, let's talk about what to do with our other two ships, because this is where the theory crafting really comes in. And we're going to call this build, going back to my Sea of Conquest roots, we're going to call this build the Anti-Meta 1.0. And that's as deep as my voice can go. If you want it to go any deeper, that's all I've got. We need a couple things to drop a little further down. So how the anti-meta works is you end up having a Graham ship, which is going to eventually have 3 int heroes on it. Killer Bee will take Cocoon's build eventually. And we're going to end up with a beautiful Kinetic build on the Graham. Next, we'll be talking about the Beam ship, which is going to be the Demerzel. The Beam ship is really a heavy debuffing ship. And in fact, this is probably going to end up being a second Kinetic ship, which I'll talk about in just a minute. For right now, I have my Beam set up on it because it is much stronger than my Opportunity ship, which is only Tier 2. But at Tier 3, the Demerzel is a really powerful ship to use with any of your builds, as the Demerzel is going to debuff the enemies. It's going to reduce their attack, intellect, and defense. It's going to reduce their energy generation of whatever target you hit with your ultimate. And the Demerzel does half decent damage with the 2 missiles it launches based on attack damage output. For the third ship, and so again, just picture the Beam build on the Opportunity, because the Opportunity has a lot of stat bonuses that are going to really help the Beam build shine. Next, let's talk about my build that's currently on the Opportunity. This is a second Kinetic setup. That is right, this is where the anti-meta portion of this build comes in. This setup is going to allow you to use all of the bonuses in your crew and your Nexus and your research and whatever else you've got that gives you Kinetic unit bonus, okay? It is going to allow you to prioritize and stack all of those things into a second ship. The second ship here, as I said, I have Opportunity, and I have on Rion, and I have on Lonnie. These guys both do crazy damage. They are both purple-based Kinetic heroes, which means they have slightly lower command than having a legendary hero. And we're going to pair it up early game with Jody. Jody being Kinetic, being being Ion, being attack-based, same as Rion and Lonnie. You're going to have some good synergy from Jody early on. Unfortunately, since I only have 2 out of 3 of my Kinetic champions here, I'm only getting a 10% stat bonus, so this build will be dramatically stronger when we get Killer Bee on board, and I can drop Jody, I can put Cocoon onto this second Kinetic ship, and I can end up with 2 Kinetic ships that are fairly tanky, do good damage, have good synergy with each other. You may be asking yourself, Randy, well, why did I do this? That's a good question. I could put on my full Ion setup here and have a different kind of build. The power would be comparable, not terrible, but the problem is I would not benefit from, and let's go ahead and swap them back before I forget about them, I would not benefit from the Nexus and the crew benefits and all of the research that I have been really focusing in on for Kinetic. I have done almost nothing to power up my Ion setup. I spent almost no money, I've done almost no research towards it, but what I have done is really powered up both my Kinetic and my Beam, Nexus, and crew members. The Ion chip is down here at Nexus Stage 3 with only 2 crappy crew members. The stats on this ship are going to be, fairly negligible, but if we move over to the Nexus on my Kinetic setup here, you can see that I have 4 very strong crew members. And not only do I have 4 very strong crew members with really powerful abilities, But I have all of these crazy bonuses from those crew members, and these crazy bonuses from running the Kinetic Nexus. So, since I have all of these amazing Kinetic bonuses, all of these bonuses are going to apply to my 2 purple hero Kinetic build on the Opportunity ship today, which makes my purple ship, even though it's a little bit weaker because it has 2 purple heroes instead of 3 legendaries, it's got a mixed bag of heroes instead of 3 of one type. Getting the benefit of all of these Kinetic bonuses is a really big deal. Even if we take a look at my Beam Nexus, which also has some strong heroes, some strong crew heroes, and at stage 6 only has 3 of the 4 heroes unlocked. Even at this stage, it gives really great bonuses. So I would highly suggest, if you are out there, and this is really the point of this anti-meta 1.0 build, if you are out there with 1 or 2 ship types that are really good and one that's just a complete turd, don't worry about using the 3rd ship type. Now, you may be saying to yourself, Randy, what about having all of my hangar committed to 1 ship type? Well, you're right. You know what? You have a limited size hangar. And I'm working on rebuilding right now. But as you upgrade your hangar here, you unlock additional unit slots, and you can keep building more and more units. But the problem is, eventually, you will cap out. Like when I build 60 of these Kinetic crafts, I will cap out. This is very important to note. When you get into fights, you are going to have to manage the health of your units a little bit better to make sure you maximize the utilization, okay? But the nice thing about it is, once you run out of Kinetic ships, or maybe you decide, okay, I've lost 10 Kinetic ships, I want to start using some Ion ships, it is really easy for you to go right to your fleet menu and change these over to Ion as soon as you drop out of Frenzy. That is an easy fix, or after your ship dies, you can swap some things around. But again, like I said, you can swap over from Kinetic to Ion in 2 minutes and be ready to rock and roll with a full suite of ships to come in and do more damage. But most interestingly, this is maybe the best beneficial scenario for it with the least downsides. Let's talk about Arena. When you go over to the Holo Arena, you can set up this build. I'm going to fight someone who is, he was the strongest on the server until about a week ago. He got passed up by Robin, but he's still an absolute monster. He's got level 28. All of his heroes are crazy. His Kinetic build is fully maxed out. Okay, this thing is fully maxed out. It's absolutely crazy. His Beam build is even better than his Kinetic build. So he has 2 ships that are stronger than my strongest ship, okay? This is going to be my build. I'll just show you the defensive side. So I have that 2nd Kinetic ship in the front to take damage. It's going to be very tanky with all the attack bonuses and all the reduced normal attack damage taken bonuses. This ship will live for a minute. If I can kill Sunshine's front ship before I lose my, or if I can kill his Beam ship before I lose my main ship, we have a chance to win the fight. Now again, he is more than 25%. He's really about 30% stronger than me. This is going to be a tough fight. But what I like to see is he does have his Demerzel up front. His Demerzel is his Kinetic build. His Kinetic build is going to do a lot of damage. So I'm going to actually move myself over here a little bit. I want to make sure that I'm able to punch that thing first and kill that thing. And we're going to see what happens with a much stronger combination versus the anti-meta 1.0 first anti-meta build we are running here in this game. And I've done a lot of other fights against equal opponents, and I've completely monster crushed them. Absolute dominant. Look, he's already got my ship at half health. He does a lot of damage with this ship. Oh, is that his, what does he got, Cocoon? Oh, is this his, oh, are we killing his Kinetic ship? This could be good news. This could be a win for me if I kill his Kinetic ship early on. For some reason, I thought that was his Beam ship, but his Beam is on Graham. That's right. So we have now killed, he's got his Beam setup still, but we have now killed his Kinetic setup. I'm actually ahead on HP, believe it or not. We are crushing his Ion build, and this is one of those examples where having an Ion build when you're not focusing Ion crew or Nexus isn't really going to help you. We're actually going to win this fight right now. When I thought about making this video, I was like, maybe I'll lose on camera. It'll be a good learning experience. It looks like we're about to whoop this dude's butt on camera live against Sunshine, and shout out to Sunshine, he's a cool dude. But this is the anti-meta build. This is what it's all about. Getting in there and being able to have another ship that is very, very tanky with really good bonus stats instead of using a different setup. And look at this, guys. Look at this. Oh, we got to compare. This is Kinetic versus Kinetic, okay? Kinetic versus Kinetic. Look at how strong. He's got a beautiful Demerzel. Level 4. Oh my goodness. All the heroes are maxed out. I have some strong heroes too. Okay, I'm not free to play. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Just absolute decimation there. Okay, and then here's the Grand. Oh, he's got this thing. It's got pluses on it. Look at that. Oh my goodness, this ship is so much stronger than my ships. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, it's a hard one to kill right there, guys. All right, but anyways, that's what I wanted to show you, okay? It's really interesting to see the complete domination happen here. This is the anti-meta setup, guys. Check it out. And if you like today's content, feel free to like and subscribe. And by the way, special shout out to today's video sponsor, Lutify. Save yourself 15-20% on your in-game packs. Check Lutify's Discord link in the video description below. If you like today's content, like and sub. Anti-meta 1.0, folks. We did it live. I'm going to do no editing whatsoever, and you're going to get the full experience on YouTube. Here we go.